Well, good morning. It is 5:38 a.m. and we are in Spring Hill, Kansas at A&M something. We're finally getting loaded. So if you didn't watch my video yesterday, I had an appointment Saturday at 5 p.m. to be loaded. And I got here at like 3 p.m. hoping they would load me early. And they told me that I wasn't scheduled until Sunday at 5 p.m. And they said there was nothing they could do for me. Get lost. I was like, is there anywhere to park around here? And they said the street. And then basically hung up at that point. I was just like, oh my God. I was so mad that I almost canceled the load. But I sit there and I ran through my hours of service and everything yesterday to see if I could still legally do this load a day late. And it was going to be cutting it really close. Like there was no margin for error. But man, the yard dog, there's nothing going on for you. The yard dog's not moving anything around. Nothing's going on. But it looked like I could still legally make it, picking up the load Sunday at 5. It started out with me thinking that I might possibly maybe have enough time on this load that I could squeeze out a 34 to, man, if I get delayed and I'm not able to do 600 miles every single drive shift, I'm not going to be able to make it there because it's 1,800 miles and I'm going to have 3 drive shifts to get there. And that's it. There's no extra at all. Nothing. So I was a little concerned, but I looked to see what other loads there were before I decided whether or not to cancel. And there weren't really any good loads in this area. So if I would have canceled this load, I would have probably been waiting until Monday to get a load. So I was like, you know what? I think I can get it there on time. I'm going to go ahead and stay on this load. And the guy there's the yard dog. See, we have speed limits of like 10 miles per hour at these places, but these yard dogs go like 50. Gotta watch out for yard dogs. And apparently a live load is something that's really rare here, because every time I've talked with somebody, they're like, you're a live load? Like, yeah. Because I think that they pretty much just do drop-in hooks here. And I don't think USA Truck has any contracts with this place. This is a brokered load. I see Schneider, Heartland, JB Hunt. I think those are Martin trailers. Yep. Werner. I've seen Swift pulling in and out of here. Crete. Like most of the megas. I've seen most of the megas in here, but I haven't seen any USA Truck. So anyway, the guy I talked to yesterday that told me to piss off also said, I told him, I was like, I'm not a team driver. I said, if I can't pick this up till tomorrow at 5, then I'm not sure if I can deliver this on time. And he said, well, you can check in at 3 or 4 a.m. tomorrow morning and see if they can load you then. But I can't load you today. You'll have to wait till tomorrow. And I was like, all right. And so I set my alarm for 3 a.m. I planned on getting up at 3 a.m. And 3 a.m. kicked off, and I didn't feel like getting up. So I set the alarm for 4 a.m. and went back to sleep and woke up at 4 a.m. Well, part of me was like, I don't feel like getting up. And the other part of me was like, you know what? At exactly 3 a.m., I'm probably going to catch them right when they come on shift. And they're not going to be likely to want to do me any favors when they're grumpy in the morning still. You know, they just got there. So I was like, it would probably be best if I waited like an hour, let them get settled in at work, and then check in with them. So it was like 50% me being lazy, and the other 50% was, you know, me being strategic. So I set the alarm for 4. And the alarm went off at 4, and I was still tired, and I just turned the alarm off and went back to bed. That was just sheer laziness. But I couldn't go back to sleep because I'd already slept for like 8+ hours. It was just really comfortable in bed. It was nice and cool, and it was just really comfortable. But I ended up like not falling back asleep. I just laid in bed, and I ended up getting out of bed at like 4:30, and I went ahead and called them just to see what they would say, and they gave me a dock number. Like they gave me a door to go ahead and get loaded. They acknowledged that it was a 5 p.m. appointment, and they were like, they said, you know, they did that thing where they're like, "This is a live load?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Where are you at?" And I said, "I'm parked on the street." I said, I got here yesterday because the appointment time on my trip said 5 p.m. Saturday. And when I got here, they wouldn't load me. They told me my appointment was for 5 p.m. Sunday. But the guy said that I could check in after 3 a.m. this morning to see if you guys could load me. And he was like, "Yeah, we'll get you loaded." And he told me how to get up to this place, because apparently this place, it looks like multiple businesses up and down this road, but I think several of them are the same company. Like this A&M company, they have a lot. Okay, so this is one of their places. They have another building. Their main building is just north of here. And then across the street, they have like a drop yard. So it looks like there are multiple businesses right here, but I think it's a couple of really big businesses. So they have some pretty big facilities here. It seems like this place isn't like too bad to do business with. I was really thinking that I wasn't going to pull any more loads out of this place, but it doesn't look like it's them. It looks like it's a broker issue. Whoever the dumbass broker is that listed this load, they listed the incorrect information. They listed the wrong appointment time. I probably would not have grabbed this load had he listed the correct appointment time. I don't know. It's really hard to get loads on the weekend. So my last load delivered on Saturday, and this one picked up was supposedly on Saturday, but actually on Sunday. So to get a load that actually delivers or picks up on the weekend is really rare. So fortunately for me, these loads are going to keep me rolling. I haven't really looked at my hours of service because I've had so much downtime that I haven't really, like, I still have like 40 hours on my clock left. And I think I started my week, what day did I leave my house? I had that delivery Tuesday morning in Oklahoma City. So I started my day basically Tuesday morning. Actually, no. I think I started my day Tuesday night because I think I'm not gonna say what I did. People be telling on me. I think I saved my clock. So I think I actually started my week at Tuesday night. Where was my pickup? Yeah, I think I left Oklahoma City at like 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. And that's really when I started my clock. So like 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. So I'm not going to recover any hours until like Thursday. So the 40 hours that I have right now have got to last me until Thursday. So that is, okay, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have 4 days and 40 hours. Let me see how many hours exactly I have. I have 44 hours left in my 70. And I have 4 days. And you can do approximately 13 hours in a day because of the 30-minute break. Unless you're doing sleeper splits, then you can get your full 14 hours a day in. I mean, of course, you can work more hours than that if you're not driving, but as far as driving is concerned, the maximum hours you can work in a day is 14. So, I am going to get this load there on time. I am going to have to drive every minute that I can drive. As soon as my 10 is up, I'm going to be driving. So I'm going to be working 13 hours a day. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, after 3 days of working 13 hours a day, I'm going to have like 5 hours left on my clock. So when I make this delivery in Portland, I'm going to have to look on my recaps, and it may be beneficial for me to just do a 34 at Troutdale, depending on what my recap situation looks like. Because I'm pretty much going to be out of hours whenever I get to Portland. And I'm already starting to regret this load. Kind of. I mean, it's okay. The let's get my pretty face in here. Hey. It's like, okay, it's a mixed blessing on this load because it pays pretty much the same as a short run, roughly $900 a day. And that's how much that I get paid on these little short runs, is about $900 a day. When I find decent, I mean, of course, there's shit on the load board that you can grab that pays absolute crap. There's tons of that. Well, no, it'll take me a minute to set up my computer. Oh, there's a USA truck. So, yeah, USA does do business here. Nice. He's in a brand new International. You know, initially when I saw people in brand new trucks at USA Truck, I was like, man, they must have been here for years. And in my orientation class, there was some girl, actually like half the orientation class got put into brand new trucks. It was, the two guys that got put into old trucks were older guys. There was a bunch of young people in the class, and there's some other things about them that I don't want to, like, people get so offended whenever you point out certain things. I'm going to go ahead and point it out. There were 3 black people in the class, 2 females, and a guy. And all of them were fairly young, like below 40. And then there were 2 older white guys in the class. There were actually, I think, 3 older white guys in the class. One of them was really old, like senile. I don't know what the old senile guy got, but the 3 young black people all got almost brand new trucks. The 2 older white guys got these old beat to shit trucks that, like, they got to sign their trucks, and they found issues with them, and they had to put them in the shop. They were such old beat up pieces of shit. I'm not sure if that was intentional on the truck assignments, like if there's some kind of something going on there, like some preferential treatment, but it was kind of odd that it worked out that way. So yeah, you can't tell whether or not somebody's a veteran at USA based on them being in a brand new truck, because I've seen them give people out of orientation brand new trucks. I didn't think that they just assign whatever they have available at the time. It really has nothing to do with your experience or anything else. Now, I have my first orientation class that I did with USA Truck. There was a guy in there that the recruiter promised him he would have a newer model Kenworth. So they actually made good on that promise for him. And they found him that specific truck. They didn't just give him whatever the hell was available. So if you push the issue, they will get you whatever it is that you're asking for. They'll try to appease you as much as possible. Looks like the USA driver is going over to check in. They have a tent with 2 people in it. I don't think the volume here justifies 2 people in the medical tent, but whatever. The USA driver is now going over and chatting with the forklift driver, asking where in the hell he's supposed to go. Now it looks like they're just chatting. But what in the hell was I talking about? Yeah, the new trucks at USA, you can't tell. But I might have to do a 34 in Troutdale. I don't know if I finished my thought on, the long loads. So most of the time, whenever you get a really long mileage load or a big paying load, it pays. If you look at it on a daily pay, it usually pays less than what the shorter runs pay. You can make more money doing shorter runs than doing longer runs. This particular one was paying so well that it paid a little bit more on a daily basis than the short runs. The short runs I've been pulling are paying right at $900, almost exactly $900 a day. And this one's paying just a hair over $900, like $910 a day, $911 or something like that. Now that's how much money I actually make. That is after USA takes their 35% and add in my fuel surcharge. And this one probably pays more than that because it's breakthrough fuel on the fuel surcharge. So I estimate BTF at 10 cents per mile. And it's not going to pay quite that low. Now it pays close to that. It pays like the BTF that I've gotten so far has been like 12 cents a mile, 11 cents a mile, stuff like that. But it changes based on the area and all kinds of factors. So it's going to be more than what I'm estimating, but maybe not much more. Or it could be quite a bit more. Maybe all the way up to like 15, 20 cents a mile. Yard dogs are having a powwow over here. They're getting that trailer out that the dock guy just unhooked. He just removed his glad hand lock off of it and pulled the trailer's stand or whatever it is out from underneath it. Let's see. Let's take a look at my my pay. Let's see. Where's that? Where's Catskill? Is my pay? Do I not have an option for pay on this one? What the hell? Like, I don't have a full list. Oh, there's a button for my pay. Pay stubs. Okay, so the 10th, which would be like yesterday, I guess. Alright, let me scroll down to the point where it doesn't have personal information. Okay, so the video quality is so poor you probably can't see anything. Safety training pay, $18. So USA Truck requires you to watch training videos every month. I don't know if you get in trouble if you don't do it, but there are like some privileges that you lose out on if you don't do it. Like, you can't get any kind of bonuses or awards or anything if you don't watch these videos. If you watch a video, they pay you $18. I could have swore when I was a company driver they paid $14 to watch a video, but maybe it was 18 there as well. Alright, so let's look at my loads. It looks like I did 2 loads on this pay period. Just 2 loads, that's it. So one of them paid $1,050, and my cut of that was $683, and the fuel surcharge was $131.61, and the other one paid $762, and I got $495 out of that, and it paid $19.99 or 92 cents in fuel surcharge. So this was the 100-mile run to do that short delivery up to Tulsa. From Oklahoma City to Tulsa, 110 miles. It paid $762. So my total pay, adding up the 2 trips, fuel surcharge, everything, was $1347.97. So $1350. That's quite a bit of money for, you know, as little work as I did that week. Just those 2. Basically, it was like one load. One load was 671 miles. The other one was 110 miles. So this was 781 mile week. I did 781 miles. 1347. Now here comes the deductions. So tons and tons of insurance. Now I asked them what this occupational accident insurance is. They said that is workman's comp or workers' compensation or whatever. It's workers' comp insurance. And if you're an independent contractor, you have to have workers' comp. You have to pay for it yourself. I don't know what in the hell. Now this security escrow, $2,500 is going to like covering this Geotab. This they're getting a $2,500 escrow on me, because I have this equipment in here. So if I leave, they're going to keep that, and I don't turn this back in, they'll keep that money. But if I turn it back in, then I get my money back. So this $100 they're taking out right there is not to be like that. That's still my money. $350 they took out. Now here, do you see this arrears? That's because my paycheck before this one, I didn't work, so I didn't make any money. So this is actually 2 weeks worth of insurance coming out. Looks like they only took the $100 out once. So my total, so how do you get my total deductions on this on a weekly basis? Take the $350, subtract the $100. Now we're down to $250. Divide that in half, because I have 2 weeks worth of insurance coming out right here. So $125 a week is what all of my deductions are. So this paycheck was $994. I showed some personal information there. The 26th. Okay, so that was the paycheck for the 10th, and this is the paycheck for the 26th. There should have been a paycheck for the 3rd, but there was nothing there. Yeah, this paycheck was $46, because right there is fuel. That's another thing, is that this paycheck for $994, I didn't use their card to buy fuel, so my fuel is separate. They didn't take fuel out of it. I don't know what my actual fuel costs were for that week. I think they were like $600. So I didn't make much of any money that week. In all honesty, this week right here that I'm on, this is the first week where I've actually, I still haven't done a full week, because this past week I started on Wednesday. So this paycheck that I'm going to get on Friday is going to be a half a week of pay. It's going to be 2 loads. The paycheck after that one should be my first full week of pay. Hopefully. I hope that this thing is not the 42,000 pounds that it's listed as. See, live load, A&M products. It looks like, well, they have a bunch of different products in the warehouse, but a bunch of them that I could see, like the boxes loaded in that trailer are boxes. A bunch of the things that I saw were little white cylinders that looked like they might have been Clorox wipes. So I don't know what I'm going to end up getting. All right, let's go over here, and I guess I clicked on the wrong button. I was trying to go and look at the load. Yeah, this is the way they have it written up, is 1,392 pieces at 42,000. This Geotab is such a janky piece of crap. It's so slow. Like, you'll be sitting there looking at something, and then it'll refresh the page, or it'll finally finish loading something, and it'll change the screen on you, like it just did. 42,166 pounds. Now, the load that I had before this one was listed at 42,000 pounds on the trip, but they only gave me half a load. And so there's only 20,000 pounds. And I was wrong, definitely wrong on what this load was going to be. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm delivering to a Petco. Let me actually look through here. Fuel stop. Live unload. Yeah, to a Petco. I'm delivering this to a Petco. And whenever I saw Petco and I saw a 42,000 pound load at A&M Products, I immediately thought dog food. I didn't like, this is A&M / Clorox is what this place is. So I haven't smelled dog food, and like, this could be just some distribution hub where they have everything you can think of out there on the dock floor. It could just be a massive exchange area. I doubt they manufacture anything here. So that's all this really is a distribution center. So, yeah, it's potentially they have dog food. It could be a mixed load. Who knows? But it's starting to look like it's unlikely that this is going to be dog food. I just hope it's a light load. I'm betting on it being a 40,000 pound load, but I'm hoping it's going to be a light load because I'm going to be going across a lot of mountains, and it's going to make a huge difference in my fuel cost if this is a heavy load. Sun is still coming up. I think I'll go ahead and end the video there. I might start looking for a return load. I was going to look for a return load yesterday, but I really wasn't sure that I was still going to get this load until this morning. Like, if they gave me any pushback whenever I called them this morning early, like if whenever I called them at 4:30, 4:50 this morning, whenever I eventually called them, I forgot the exact time. If they would have been like, no, we're not going to be able to load you until after 5 o'clock, and we're running behind schedule, so we may not even be able to get to you then. Or if they would have told me some crap like, yeah, you were actually supposed to get loaded yesterday. I don't know if we're going to be able to squeeze you in today. I don't know why they told you were scheduled today. Anything. If there would have been any drama whatsoever when I called them this morning, then I probably would have canceled this load. So I didn't want to be pulling loads after Portland until I was sure that I was going to take this load. So they're loading the trailer right now, so I'm sure I'm taking this load. So I think I'm going to go back there and start looking for loads coming out of Portland. There aren't really any direct loads from what I've seen out of Portland. Almost all the loads in the Portland area are going to Portland, Washington, and a few of them are going to California. And there was like one load going to Prescott, Arizona. So, looks like that guy just got finished loading a trailer, so he was going to go out there and unlock it so the yard dogs can take off with it. So it's unlikely I'm going to be able to grab a load out of Portland going straight back to the east. I'm going to have to probably grab a load to Southern California to get something going back east, because all the the loads going into Northern California out of Portland, like Lodi, I checked for loads in the, around Stockton, Sacramento, and I couldn't find anything heading east out of there. The only places that I found loads heading east were down around LA. So out of Portland, I'm probably, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and break out my computer because I'm going to start looking for a load. It doesn't take very long to get my computer set up. It's kind of cold in here. Yeah. Turn it down to fan level 1. So what I'll probably do is maybe I'll do a load board video. Maybe I'll go ahead and end this video and I'll record from my computer and do a load board video. Let me just check Portland real quick. Portland, Oregon. We're going to do it within 250 miles. Because if there's something 250 miles away that's going to Florida, I'm going to drive 250 miles to get that load going to Florida. I would take a Florida load. All right, I'm looking at destinations. And you know what? I need to do like an advanced search and filter out all these like $200 loads. Because I don't want to do local shit around Oregon. So let's do advanced and line haul revenue. Let's set the minimum at 500. Because they have a ton of little local runs right there. Those are all the loads over $500. Looks like there's a bunch of crap loads. So I'm coming out on the 15th. So I deliver at basically noon on the 15th. So I could not make this pickup appointment or this one. So then it jumps to the 17th. There's several loads going to Glendale, Arizona to pick up on the 17th. That's kind of crappy. Those things are paying less than $1 a mile. What I would like to get is like a good paying load that goes to Southern California, or something that goes straight east to like back over to Chicago or something. Because if I can go straight east, then I can go 84 out of Portland. If I have to go south, then I'm gonna have to take I-5 down through California. I don't want to. I would love to avoid going into California. I can't stand California. I don't want to drive 55. I might have to download that David Lee Roth song and just play it on loop the entire time. Oh, looks like I'm finished loaded. All done? Thanks, sir. Alright, so I'm going to go and hook my airline up and go get my paperwork and, start getting out of here. So I still have to do my map on this. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.